Then there are those terrifying moments when the constant, low hum of unease suddenly erupts into a deafening roar. These are the times when that background noise of fear isn't just a feeling, but it's splashed across the front pages as breaking news. Cash-in-transit heists are a prime example. You might have seen dramatic depictions in action movies, explosions rocking the streets, rapid gunfire exchanged, roads suddenly blocked off causing chaos. Well, this happens here. In real life, not on a movie set, and the consequences are devastatingly real, affecting everyone in the vicinity. Vans transporting large sums of money become moving targets for organized, heavily armed gangs. Imagine you are just driving to your job, or perhaps heading to the local shops to pick up groceries. Suddenly, the ordinary street transforms into a scene of utter chaos and violence. You see men brandishing big automatic guns. These are not amateurs. They are professionals in their own terrible, destructive way. They know exactly what they are doing, and they are ruthlessly efficient. They want the money stored in that armored van, and they are fully prepared for a violent confrontation to get it. The security guards in those vans are incredibly brave, but often they find themselves outgunned and significantly outnumbered. And ordinary, innocent people, commuters just like you, are terrifyingly Happened to them last night or just yesterday afternoon during broad daylight. These stories accumulate day after day. They start to form the unsettling soundtrack to your life in this place. They serve as constant, unwelcome reminders that things can go terribly wrong very quickly and often very unexpectedly. It's like wearing a heavy, invisible cloak every single day. People will often talk about the breathtaking beauty of the land, and they are absolutely right. It is undeniably spectacular. The majestic mountains, the pristine beaches, the incredible wildlife, it's all true and all stunning. Yet alongside this beauty, there exists another, much harder truth. This is the truth that makes you lock your doors meticulously even when you are inside your own home. It's the truth that makes you check your rear-view mirrors constantly while driving. It's the truth that makes you silently wonder if that person walking towards you on the pavement is just an innocent passerby, or if they might have other, more sinister plans. This unsettling feeling isn't just confined to the sprawling big cities. It's not something that only exists in certain clearly demarcated neighborhoods. This feeling, this stark reality, it stretches its tendrils far and wide. It reaches deep into the traditionally quiet rural villages. It touches the lively, bustling townships. It even manages to creep insidiously into the supposedly secure residential complexes, the ones fortified with high walls, diligent guards, and imposing gates. Crime, you see, doesn't discriminate based on your postal code or your social standing. It's an equal opportunity menace, a shared burden that casts a long shadow over everyone.
Somebody
Terrifying ordeal. This is a very personal, very direct form of terror. You are sitting in your car, which you consider your personal space, your mobile safety bubble. Or at least, that's what you'd like to think. Then in a horrifying instant, that fragile bubble is violently burst. Someone is suddenly right there at your window, often with a firearm pointed at you. They want your car, and they are not in the mood to ask politely or negotiate. This shocking event can happen at a busy traffic light. It can happen right in your own driveway as you arrive home. It can happen almost anywhere, at any time, day or night. The official statistics, the numbers released by authorities, can sometimes feel abstract, like distant problems. They say Gauteng province accounts for a staggering 55% of car hijackings nationally. But these cold numbers don't truly convey the feeling of your hands shaking uncontrollably. They don't describe the terror of your heart pounding in your chest, like a trapped bird. They don't capture the profound sense of violation and vulnerability that follows such an attack. These statistics don't tell you about the children who might have been in the back seat witnessing the horror, or the long, sleepless nights that often follow, filled with replayed images and fear.
Unera koya, unera koya, unera koya.
The sheer boldness of some criminals operating in South Africa can leave you utterly speechless, shaking your head in disbelief. It's not just a phenomenon that occurs at night, under the convenient cover of darkness when fewer people are around. Oh no, that would be too predictable. Many of these criminals are brazen enough to operate in broad daylight, when streets are busy. Imagine parking your car at a bustling shopping mall on a Saturday morning. You go inside for an hour or so to do your shopping. When you return, you discover that your spare wheel has vanished. Just like that. Poof! Gone in the middle of the day, surrounded by people. And it's not just the theft of spare wheels from parked vehicles. It extends to things like copper pipes. These are literally ripped from the walls of houses, sometimes even while the residents are sleeping soundly inside. Can you imagine waking up to discover that your water supply has been cut off, or your geyser damaged, because someone decided during the night that they needed your copper pipes more than you did? This is the kind of opportunistic, yet deeply invasive crime that relentlessly grinds you down. It chips away at your sense of security, making you feel as though nothing is truly safe, nothing is sacred anymore. It fosters a constant, wearying battle. This pervasive issue of crime is not a problem that is neatly confined to one specific segment of society or one geographical area. It seeps and spreads everywhere, like an unwelcome stain. It affects life in the most remote rural villages, places where existence is traditionally supposed to be simpler, quieter, and safer. It impacts the sprawling, vibrant townships, which are full of incredible life and resilience, but also wrestle daily with immense socio-economic challenges that can fuel desperation. Even within the high-walled, gated communities often marketed as secure complexes, the threat of crime is an ever-present reality for residents. People invest heavily in security systems. In the quiet rural areas, farmers and farm workers face their own unique and terrifying set of nightmares. Their relative isolation often makes them particularly vulnerable targets, as help can be many miles and a long time away. In the densely populated townships, issues like overcrowding and limited economic opportunities can unfortunately create breeding grounds for desperation, which in turn can lead to increased crime rates. In the more affluent suburbs, the carefully constructed illusion of safety is frequently shattered by a sudden house break-in, a mugging on the street, or a car stolen from a driveway. It seems no one, regardless of their background or location, gets a completely free pass from this scourge. So, what does living with this constant threat, this daily thriller, actually do to a person? What is its impact on a community and indeed on an entire country? It leaves you feeling profoundly heartbroken. Yes, that's the word, heartbroken. You feel heartbroken for all the bright dreams that get so cruelly shattered by acts of violence. You feel it for the precious lives that are tragically lost or irrevocably changed in an instant. You feel it for the immense human potential that gets stolen along with the cars, the cell phones, and the copper pipes. You look at your incredibly beautiful country, full of resilient and wonderful people, and you see this dark shadow persistently hanging over it. Exhaustion is another word that immediately comes to mind when describing the emotional toll. It's not just physical tiredness, it's a deep, soul-weary exhaustion. This comes from always having to be on high alert, every single moment of the day. It comes from the constant, nagging, low-level stress that becomes your unwelcome companion. It comes from having to think like a seasoned security expert just to navigate your ordinary daily life. Will my car still be where I parked it when I come back? Is it truly safe to walk down this particular street at this time of day? Should I risk opening the window for some fresh air? It is incredibly tiring. People try absolutely everything they can think of to protect themselves and their loved ones. They install sophisticated alarm systems that promise to alert them to danger. They get bigger, more intimidating dogs, hoping their bark or bite will deter intruders. They build higher walls around their properties, often topped with menacing electric wires or sharp razor wire. They join local neighborhood watch groups, banding together with their neighbors for collective safety. They pray for protection. They hope for the best. Some even feel compelled to carry weapons for self-defense, a desperate measure in a desperate situation. Yet despite all these extensive security measures, the crime often continues. This, in essence, is the daily thriller of living in South Africa. It's a life that is frequently lived right on the edge, with a heightened sense of awareness. You learn to be incredibly resilient. You simply have to be to survive and function. You actively seek out and cherish moments of joy, of laughter, of strong community bonds. Because despite everything, life must go on. But the profound shock of it all, the sheer brazen audacity of the crime you witness or hear about, the constant gnawing awareness of potential danger, these things never truly leave you. They shape you profoundly. They irrevocably change how you view the world around you.
sonde ndandishikawa